Beyonce did it, and then watch this, Jarvis. Kendrick Lamar, right? He performs at, what was that, the Grammys, and he does his whole set is pretty much dedicated to black empowerment. So because unfortunately the only people that a lot of us will pay attention to are like these mega stars in entertainment,
Right.
we have to take the put the candy, excuse me, we have to take the put the medicine in the candy approach, right?
Right.
You have to put the food, the vegetables, what they need in the candy for these guys to get it,
Right.
And what happens is we subconsciously, start to take on that approach when it comes to black
Very
leadership.
true.
You know,
Well, Jarvis, let me ask you this though. What is your thoughts on so-called celebrities being leaders in our community?
I guess my thoughts on that is it authentic, and are you really getting in the mix, or are you doing something just because it sounds good? But at the same time, I'll take anything if if it's medicine in the candy. I'll take it if that's going to wake some people up and
But do you really honestly think it touches us? Like, for that moment, yeah, seeing it on TV or whatever, but do
Right.
you really think that it
I don't
touches us
think-
where it causes an effect and change?
I don't think so. I think more people are worried about doing a formation dance at somebody's wedding reception than they are the message that was in the video.
wow.
So who do you think is a reflection of a good leadership in our community, whether it is celebrity or whether it's not?
C-Rob touched on it earlier. Farrakhan, he's a great leader.
Minister Farrakhan, man, the
Um,
nation, shout out.
He is. I think Kendrick Lamar's a good leader.
Yeah.
His music. He's always had the same message in his music. It's
Mhm.
always been consistent.
Mhm.
So it's not, it's not something
Mhm.
he's just doing just because, oh, now's a good time to do it. We don't have a whole lot of just people. I can just say, man, we have a lot of black people that are doing things as leaders, but are they really focusing on the community? I mean, shout out to Barack Obama, but he didn't do a whole lot for the black community specifically.
Damn. Y'all heard that from that man's mouth itself. That's a tough one.
And
Kind of elaborate on that.
I'm so
Kind of elaborate on that for some people, because I think we all love Barack Obama being the first black president, but kind of elaborate, in detail on why that didn't happen.
I really don't know why it didn't happen. I think sometimes as president you're limited in what you can do sometimes. Especially black president. I think he didn't want to seem like he was just going to focus on us, and I
True.
get that.
Me too.
Because I think people were expecting it,
Me
so
too.
he didn't want to do that. But at the same time, I would have set up shop with some low key type things to really make sure,
course.
especially my last 2 years of presidency, because I'm gone anyway.
Yeah.
So what they gonna do? It's not like they can't reelect me. I can't get back in anyway.
Yeah.
But I think I really, if I would have been him, I would have tried to, more do some things kind of under the radar and make sure our community saw some improvement under my presidency. Because at the end of the day, I may be the only black person that's in this office for a very long time.
Yeah. To your point, and to elaborate more on what Jarvis is saying, guys, when a lot of stuff is going on with the killings of young black boys like Trayvon, Mike Brown, and my man up in New York who got choked out, the grown man.
Yeah.
I think so many people in the black community wanted Obama just to get on screen, get on TV and be like, that's messed up, stop it, y'all killed, but people don't understand this man is in a position where he just can't worry about the black community, as tough as that sounds,
Right.
because we want to be biased, because that's our guy in there,
Right.
But I think that's where he lost some of the love a little bit, not all of it, but there's maybe 1 or 2%. I think he lost some of that because you heard so many more people speaking out, like when I heard Lil Wayne say in one of his songs, fuck that nigga, we need a real nigga in the presidency, you know what I mean?
Yes.
When I heard him say stuff like that,
Right.
but you gotta understand, C-Rob, when young kids who listen to Lil Wayne, young black kids hear Wayne say something like that, guess what their approach is? They feel the same way.
Right.
We're old enough to understand the ignorance of it, but at the same time, there are people who look at it and be like, damn, Because I remember even sometimes me watching Barack, and I know Barack wanted to come out and say it,
Mhm.
but sometimes to your point, I wish he would come out and just said, man, look, y'all killed that little boy and this dude got off.
Somebody's
That's
gonna
wrong.
Pay. Yeah, somebody's gonna pay for it.
Yeah, you know.
You know.
This is my thing, man.
But I
Mhm.
understand politically. I understand, but I still love Barack because he is my president and all that. But I understand politically, but still,
And he was a great president.
that part of you, that part of you that just
It
feels
was
like
selfish. I wanted to
be
come
on
up.
my side a
I
little
wanted
bit.
to come
Let
up.
them, let them
You
know. You know what I mean?
But
But he said it the politically correct way.
And you know that's unfortunate because at the end of the day, that's not okay. And I love Barack Obama, one of the coolest black men I've ever seen in my life. I love Barack Obama, but at the end of the day, that's not okay because people who look like you are dying. Now you know who's able to say something without without backlash, or he don't care about backlash. Louis Farrakhan, shout out to the nation. You know why? Because let me tell you the difference between Barack Obama and Louis Farrakhan. Barack Obama's in a position in office, okay, and this office is a high position in America. America, we're not even looked at as citizens. I mean, not looked at as citizens, but we don't count, if that makes sense. And when I say we, I'm talking about black people. Now, so these white people who are funding Barack Obama, they're not gonna make it okay for him to speak out on us. But a guy like Louis Farrakhan, who's with the nation, who pretty much funds himself, that man can say whatever he wants to say, and he's protected by his people. It all goes back to black leadership. Now, when you brought up Lil Wayne, Mike, Lil Wayne probably just said that for it to be a hot line, because if you listen to the rest of his music, he's talking about getting folk to do drugs and do all this other stuff. So I can't even respect that coming from Lil Wayne.
No,
Right.
I mean, yeah. Go
But
ahead.
I
Go
think
ahead,
Mike
John.
was, basically talking about, not people like us, just, the average black kid who listens to this music is kind of just going, oh yeah, we do need a real nigga and all, but we need Future as president, or we need, we need Sauce Walker to be president, or whoever, because these guys speak their mind or whatever. But I mean, realistically, these guys could be president. And we wouldn't, anybody with any sense shouldn't want them to be president. He's the right guy to be
These
the
guys
president.
can't even get in the White House.
Right.
Or be invited.
But they could go. But it goes back to what we was talking about in the first segment. They could be what? Unofficial leaders. So Lil Wayne, instead of spewing, excuse my French, because my woman don't want me cursing. Instead of spewing that bullshit, because that's what you spewing, that bullshit. Won't you spew that real shit to the kids, huh?
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Won't you put that in their minds?
Right.
That way we can slowly inch our way up into the society and matter. Because it has to get to a point where we matter, man. Because right now we don't matter. That's why you can shoot us up and get off, right?
It's true.
It all goes back to leadership, man. You have a voice, you got a microphone, man. These cats pay attention to Lil Wayne and Future more than they pay attention to Bernie Sanders and whoever else.
Yeah.
That's unofficial leadership, Mike.
Yeah. Let me play devil's advocate on something, Jarvis, and I want your intake on this. We talk a lot about the black community help supporting each other. Let's have each other's back. I bring this up to C-Rob all the time, and I bring it up to you. What happens when we reach out for that, but it's the same black community that we ask for our help, be the same ones to mess us over or get over us? For example, I own an establishment. I have to worry more about a black person coming in my store and stealing or taking from me, or if I go out in the streets, because what I may have, I have to worry more about a black person robbing me, you know what I mean, and all that. Or if I try to do business with somebody, I got to worry about is usually my people who gets over me the most. I give you an example. Y'all listen to Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. I just seen something on a video clip of him. He went to go speak at a high school in St. Louis.
Oh yeah.
Black kids, right? I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
But when he was talking, you noticed there was a black kid talking. He got upset, like he got pissed off, and he say, "Look, let me tell you something. I go to white schools, they pay attention. I go to Jewish schools, they pay attention." He said, "You know the only ones that disrespect me when I'm up here talking for free, and I get paid 50 to 100 grand, I'm doing this for free, it's my people." So that puts a reflection when I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? It is a lot of times our people to get over us. Why do you think that is?
It's our upbringing, and until we break the cycle, we won't matter. Until we can break that cycle, we grew up poor, we grew up in bad neighborhoods, we're shootings every day, so we're used to this, chaotic environment. So we go out into the free world, we are more reckless and expected to do, and that's why the police are looking at us every single time we walk in somewhere. And you can't expect a white police officer to differentiate a thug black person from a everyday Joe. I mean,
True.
we can use that. We can use our own discernment to do that because we know our community a little better. But
True.
that until we break that cycle of just poverty and we're growing up in these horrible conditions, and I think it all starts with leadership in the homes. If there's a good hardworking dad that's in these homes that is doing with his business, handling his business like a man,
Mm-hmm.
that'll start to break the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of all where it begins. It all begins with how you look at white people. They grew up with their their mom, their dad, and their dog, and everything. And
Yeah.
here we most of our community grows up with just a mom, who's probably underage, raising 5, 6, 8
I
kids.
said that before.
So that's kind of where it begins.
I said that before, and that's the hardest part for me, man. So as much as I be wanting my black people to support me, or I be trying to support and stand behind my black people, they're the ones who usually the most do get over me or get over
Yeah,
us.
you're right. I mean,
And I hate to say that because I don't think that's